celebrating this win.
Later, we have.
Well,
Was in the early 50s, presumably, because that's when the comics problem originally right after. Well, Prague Spring was yeah. But Prague Spring was 54, wasn't it? Yeah.
This is Green and Jet. Do you know Green?
Annoying as hell.
Bass fishing. I saw it this morning, but I don't know where he is.
Besides, I'm not sure.
and it's, the funny thing is they bought these chairs.
Okay, good.
Okay, last time you said we want everyone to just even if it's like your turn, right when they're done.
Okay, and then so the next time.
A couple of other things that we want to talk about the cardsmanship. First of all, everyone has nothing to do about it. They say classmanship. However, if you remember not to do it too often, that would be helpful for everybody. Hey, Chris.
Alright, thank you.
I did, but I want to get. Okay, yes. Let's do that. They did.
Nothing.
Did you hear about the thing where Bill Gordon?
We're all about face.
And it's on TV. He threw it from a demon distance, like a man could almost barely throw it. It went into the hole.
Wow.
That was like,
That's shocking.
you remember that, Ted?
Really
Bill
shocking.
Gordon threw a ball. Remember that? There was like a little promo thing, and they were like him, Phil Ivey, and somebody. They were on the golf course. Yeah, it was. They showed it on. I saw it like as a little clip. Adam. That's million. 3.6.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that wasn't all. That was
Partners. But the greatest way was 4-6 turn, 2 pair of Liverpool straight. Remember the Todd had turned this.
Oh, Todd? Yeah.
Oh, he lost all that money?
Yeah.
Dead last. So it was really embarrassing, and I heard Phil on the phone, my boyfriend Phil, the Unabomber, and Jeff Merkin was calling. They love Phil. Like when Phil did his, he won, you know, he was funny, he was entertaining, but mostly he came in first. And so they called him up, and he was on the phone, and he was going, oh, James Woods is having a team, another rematch, the pros versus the celebrities. I was like, tell him I want to be on James Woods' team. Phil, I want to be on James Woods' team, and he kept acting like he didn't hear me. And then when he hung up, it turns out that he gets to pick his own team. So that's the advantage of when you have a poker pro as a girlfriend, you automatically get to be on the team. But then it's funny because James Woods called up, I guess he called up Phil, and he was like, hey, it would be really good if Jennifer was on my team, because then you guys would be playing opposite each other and sparks will fly. And Phil goes, no, 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 Jennifer's on my team. She's a Unabomber through and through.
So he wanted you to be on that team.
Yeah, but the main reason is I just wanted to show that I wasn't the abysmal poker player that I seemed to be the last time I played. But between them, then and now, I won a gold bracelet at the World Series of Poker, so I guess I proved that. So,
Sorry, you're not
yeah, so
definitely
now,
not abysmal. You won not just any gold bracelet,
Right.
but tell us what you did exactly.
well, I won the ladies no limit hold'em tournament, which I beat out 600 other players, female players. Really, I was very, very, very lucky. And it's always good to have goals, because now, since I won the bracelet, now my goal is I have to win something else to prove it just wasn't a fluke. Because, you know, I hear the poker players talking, not about me, but about some other tournament winners, and they're like, oh, he was sitting on a horseshoe. Did you see the hands he went in with? He was just lucky. That's not going to happen again. So now I have to prove that it wasn't just a fluke. And so I have to win something else. Maybe this.
Any strategies you have for
Well, my main strategy is the last time I think I talked too much because they said, we want you to play poker, but we also want you to be entertaining. And the entertaining part of me took over, and the poker player part of me went right out the window. So now I think my goal is not to be so entertaining and maybe play a little bit better cards.
And lastly, you're here at Pechanga. You've been at this resort before. Just kind of tell us, about your experience here.
Oh, I really love Pechanga. When I came, I'm like, Temecula? Where's Temecula? I mean, it's a big map, right? So I got here and I really loved it. I said, wow, this is a beautiful casino. I love how everything's sort of feng shui'd out. Like the rooms are very, very nice. They have a very good feeling. And, the bath products are top rate and all natural. Like I love the whole Native American Indian aesthetic. And I think that it's encapsulated perfectly at the Pechanga Resort. I was happy because they had some poker royale game shows in between the time I was here and this one, and the last one was in Hollywood. So I was happy when I heard that we were going back to the Pechanga because it's just a nice little getaway for myself and my boyfriend. Also, a getaway when we're playing cards, the best of both worlds.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope. Okay. Great.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, first of all. You're wearing your lucky shirt tonight, and you are on James Woods' team.
I'm on James Woods' team.
Lucky combination?
Well, I don't know if the shirt is lucky. We'll know at the end of the night. I've never worn it in a tournament before, so we'll find out.
Okay. You're becoming quite the poker player. Tell us a little bit about your
Well,
exploits.
I'm really not quite the poker player, but I've had this incredible string of luck in the last 6 weeks or so. When I really first started playing Hold'em, Jimmy Woods has a website called HollywoodPoker.com, and they asked me if I would come on there and play in this tournament, and there was like 650 people and about 30 celebrities, and I ended up, don't ask me how, being the last celebrity standing. And because of that, I won an entry fee into the World Series of Poker, and I went to Las Vegas and played in that tournament, and out of 6,000 people, I outlasted like 5,200 people, and I was in the last 700. And I didn't finish in the money, but it was a pretty respectable finish. And so Jimmy looked at my track record with Hollywood Poker and with the World Series. He said, "Come play on my team." So here I am. Yeah.
You think there'll be more of these down the line?
I think so. I'm liking it. I don't know that I would ever, make the switch like Jennifer Tilly did, and go from actress to poker player. That's, I don't think that's in my blood. But I love doing it recreationally, and I love doing it, hanging out with the people. And the World Series was a blast. So I'll keep it up, play recreationally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you trying to increase your score from the World Series? Are you going to enter it next year, you think?
Well, I'm going to try to get somebody to pay my way again. That's really the key. It's really the key. If you can get somebody else to put the 10 grand up for you, that's the key. Yeah. What's
your strategy this time around?
I think to play it tight, but be aggressive when need be. This is a small little group, and if you don't have the cards, you're done. So there's not going to be a lot of messing around. There's not going to be a lot of bluffing, I don't think. But that's sort of the way I'm going to play it. Just play it tight.
Good.
Yeah.
Last question, I have to ask it. Sorry. It's probably your first time to this resort. What are your first impressions?
This is great. I remember. See, I used to work in. I worked in Riverside and I worked in Palm Springs, and we used to come out here before there was all this and think, it's Temecula, what's going on here, but we'd come out and camp and stuff like that. Well, now there's a real reason to come out because I'm not much of a camper. So when we turned the corner and saw the resort, it was like, wow, this is very cool. So I've only been here about 4 hours so far, but I can't wait for the rest of the weekend to unfold and see what it's like.
Anything else you want to add?
No, we're cool.
Good. Wonderful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'll stand right here.
Thanks, dude.
Okay.
Okay, now look right over here at her when you talk.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're uncomfortable.
That's okay. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
A little bit more this way.
Okay. I'm not totally familiar with your poker playing. Just tell us a little bit about your history. And
Go
how
ahead,
you
you can
got
go through the shot. Go ahead. Go through. Get a little something on the table.
I can't believe you don't know my poker history.
Sorry.
I've been on
Give me
tour.
the whole background.
I've been on tour for, never. And I played in a casino once in Arizona.
That's my poker. No, I play in a home game, so I'm quite, adept at knocking my neighbors out, but really not professionals or anyone really good at poker.
How is it that you came into this situation?
They invited me because I'm a really big television star. I'm huge. Not here in America so much as in Germany. Gigantic. If you don't know who I am, I'm huge in Germany.
David Hasselhoff syndrome thing.
Mm-hmm. Look at this body. Baywatch,
Every poker player has a strategy. What they're going to do with the cards, the chips. What do you think you use?
My poker strategy is the following. I'm random, unpredictable, and I have some wine. They don't know where I'm going, because you know what? I don't know where I'm going next. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to bet. I don't know what the right bet is. That they can't track me. That's my strategy. It's not even bluffing. I just, you guess. It's better than bluffing. It's guessing. Yes, exactly. Always keep them guessing, my friends.
And lastly, can you kind of give us just a little plug? Obviously, it's first time Pechanga, right?
Yes.
What do you think so far?
I have to say, getting off the freeway to Pechanga, it was not signed as well as I would have liked it. I would have liked a couple more signs. I was a little unclear as to where to take the right because the address is different. That aside, everything's been fabulous. Our suite is adorable. We have TVs everywhere we look. And as I checked in, I noticed that it was a 4-diamond AAA resort, which means that it's top notch. And I'm happy to be here. It's very nice. Lots of slot machines too. I don't know if you guys know that you have a lot of slot machines.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, you got a couple slot machines, like 2, 3, or 14,000 slot machines.
Don't hear that, because you're supposed to only have 2,000.
Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry to get you guys in trouble with that. All right, I'll do the same joke. Watch this. You have like 2 or 3 or 1,200 slot machines. See, switch it, tweak it.
Anything else you would like to say about the Pechanga reservation?
You know what? I love all the pictures in the hallways of all the Indian people from years and years ago. Not that many years ago, I guess. 100. When did they have black and white photography? What year was that? We still have it. We still do have black and white photography. It's a really lovely hotel. Obviously based in tradition, and it's glammed up for the players, and I enjoy that. Thank you. The wife calling. She's mad.
Yes.
You get me in there? Go on, get in.
You guys here till 3 in the morning. What?
But haven't they done 2 teams against each other before?
It's but before it wasn't really. It would be like celebrities versus poker pros. But you were actually playing tournament with those. Supposedly, it was teams.
It was really you just wanted to get rid of that.
Yeah, it's like more beneficial for me to knock out a celebrity than a pro, right? Because then I get to have further my chance of getting to the final table. That's against I didn't.
I like that we're not redoing it. Who needs the extra time wasted? It's like just 50.
You know what the bathrooms are, right?
In the future, you can do that.
Just turn to the right. No, we just played a really long time.
Let's go. Everyone's the right amount.
No.
Sir, God bless you. No problem. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Somehow we were talking about that. Ready? Sorry about the delay, guys.
Out of players 1 and 2.
So he goes like right now. 1 and 2 are all in.
Really? I'd give it to her. I'd give it to her. Well, yeah. So yeah, give it that. Her rapid. Bye-bye. James is out. Bye-bye. Yeah, I think you can safely pull that sort of cell. Try switching out this one.
See, can't make it kidding.
There are bags, I don't think we can give you 3 because I'm gonna need to bag some of my stuff there. So I've got nothing. Well, I've got only the tire.
I'll do a little happy dance.
Yeah, I got the back and back. Okay.
I'm Irish.
How are you?
Sorry, Ted. We tried to buy out.
You have a side? I have a side.
No, I just, what's your side?
This is my
Oh, that's my side.
When Jen don't have to freeze up, just play until she beats me in 3 rounds. I mean, we play until.
I know.
And I torture her because I'm like, the only way I'll play you again is if you beat me. She has to keep beating me to play the next one. So if I beat her in the first one, she's like, no, you can't. I can't do that. Okay. Here we are, Pechanga Casino in Temecula, California, the place to be. If you're in Chicago, Illinois, get in your car and drive here. I'm telling you, they got a pool, they've got good restaurants, they've got Bill Bruce. What else do you need? And if you're in San Diego, don't leave because you're right by the ocean and you can't beat San Diego. But no, I'm just kidding. That wasn't on film, so I just was goofing around.
Sexy eyebrows.
That's right. There you go. Anytime you're ready.
Okay, here we are at the lovely Pechanga Casino in Temecula, California. And if you're within 100 miles of this place, you should drive here and spend at least a weekend here. It's great. They've got a pool, 12 restaurants, great. There's a great poker room. They've got a karaoke night like once or twice a week. I don't even know. And the rooms are sweet. In fact, we're in a suite, so it is sweet. And yeah, and we're doing the a poker royale poker tournament here, which is a lot of fun. And I don't know. Do you have a question for me?
I do. I mean, I didn't even have to ask anything. That was pretty cool. Well, I see your name's on the backdrop
my
here.
moniker. I mean, it's in poker. Sometimes you get a nickname and you can't. There's nothing you can do about it. You just get a nickname. And the nickname of the Unabomber kind of chased me down because a lot of the time I gamble with a hooded sweatshirt and sunglasses and James Woods so it's kind of like a competition, the James Woods gang versus the Unabomber gang. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna do 6 matches. The first match, it was like a torch and butter, and the Unabomber team or whatever, our team was the blowtorch, and the James Woods team, and their team had Ted Forrest and Kathy Liebert and James, they're all people that know how to play. In fact, Ted Forrest is probably one of the top 10 players on the planet right now. So that just shows you cards, Come down to the poker room. This is the place to play. If you're within, I would think, 45 miles of Temecula, it would make it worth it for you to easily just drive here and check out the poker room. It's a lot of fun. They've got a well-run casino. And yeah, poker. It's fun.
Tell us what you're doing here. Those are all great. I love it. I don't even have to ask you any of those kinds of questions.
Yeah.
What are you doing here tonight? And tell us a little bit, just a tad of your strategy.
The strategy thing. Well, it's funny because I know that James Woods is in another room, like sitting down with Ted Forrest, who's ostensibly one of the top 10.
I think he wants to listen to this interview too.
That's fine. Let him listen. Because my theory on cards is, it's like, if you give a 14-year-old a snowboard and put him on the backside of a mountain, and you give two kids that know how to snowboard, and you put them. The guy given the less direction is going to carve up the backside of the mountain better. He's going to dodge the trees and get to the bottom because no one directed him. Poker's the same sort of thing. You just have to like surf it and see what happens and hope for the best, and of course using math and intuitive and all that. But at the end, strategy, hello, there's an infinite number of situations that can arise, and I think James Woods might be shooting himself in the back by like sitting down. Of course, he has some of the greatest minds in poker to like strategize how it. I'm like, hello, play, and do your best. And if you're smart and you don't off your chips like I did, I had Jack Queen, and it was amazing. I did all the math out. I was like, if I go all in, and I did the math very carefully, I realized she will have to call even if she's bluffing. So I'm going to be 40% against decent hands and like 35% against reasonably stronger hands. And I still don't do what I did. Don't hypnotize yourself into just, so I three-handed Jack Queen's a nice hand, but against aggression, maybe you call or fold or probably just fold. It's better to be the aggressor. And I didn't do that. I'm like the guy that hit the tree, the 14-year-old kid in the backside of the mountain. But there's only so much strategizing you can do in the game of poker. You have to just play. You have experience and intuition and knowledge. You bring it to the table, and then you make a decision. Your decision tree is constantly opening, and you just make your decisions. So I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I don't want to say, oh yeah, James's team, we vanquished them, blah, blah, because you know what? Truth be told, in the next round, the Unabomber team might just get vanquished, and it might continue on that way. But also, one other thing that I want to say in deference to like the fact that Ted Forrest died early and whatever, this is a pretty fast format. We're all given 100 units to bet with, and the unit structure was 1-2, and the World Series of Poker, a lot of major tournaments where you see on TV and stuff, the time between the blinds going up or the antes going up is an hour to an hour and a half. We have shorter rounds here because we don't have 7 days for a tournament. So there's a more of like kind of a little bit a gambling environment happening here tonight, and I mean, I don't know.
That's great.
That's about that's as much as we need. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on, I'm sure.
Yeah, I could just pontificate.
I'm sitting next to you.
Right here. Excellent. Oh, look, none of us clashing. This is the
No mistakes, like purple next to purple.
Yeah. That was a
debacle.
Where are the cameras? There, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's chaos.
All right.
We haven't even started. It's chaos.
What's my camera?
Oh, so the blind.
Portia doesn't have as long as arm as I do. So this is Portia.
Hi, Portia.
So when you describe, we don't want to use it too much. So when you describe, you can toss me, put your bets in the plate.
What is your name? I know I mentioned before, but I forgot. And then, what are these? Are these $10?
The winners are 5s, that's a 1, some things are 100,000. Lines would be 1 and 2.
1 and 2,000. And so these are 5. All right. I'm starting.
I have one glass of wine at one particular point, and I forget what. Oh, after I was in lunch.
Yeah.
I accomplished my goal.
Look,
You paid the last
Gotcha.
I know it's like a
Nobody on camera. Oh wait, there are guys on camera.
See Albert Brooks' Real Life? Remember that movie, Real Life? Where it's like basically it's a reality show. It's like the before reality shows in the 70s. But there's these guys with these huge cameras that just awkwardly walk around their houses. I was around. I saw it later. I mean, there's got to only be X amount of flies in here. We brought spray in. We just kill them.
Danny, stop hugging my man. Nobody touches him but me. That's the new rule.
Jennifer, he's so well hung, I can't stop myself.
I need to sit here and observe your man love.
Bundle with my Jack Queen. I was like, even if she has King Deuce, she's going to help to call. But I was like, 2 face cards, 3 heads up. I was like, you know what, she has son of paper. So it's
Okay, I can hit it now. Yes.